The Industrial Revolution's impact on industry is enormous. It's called the Industrial Revolution for a reason, after all. Before everything changed, there was no true mass production industry. Everything was done by hand, artisans working together to create whatever orders were passed to them, following the guidelines set in place by the royalty of the time. Failure to meet these standards would see them unpaid and blacklisted. These rules covered everything that could be produced, from roof tiles to nails to ship sails. These masters would train apprentices who would then train their own apprentices, traveling through the countryside to find more work or to arrive on commission. This all changed with the Industrial Revolution. And the machines able to do much of what could be done by hand, with the environment playing an enormous role in the outcome of many products from tiles to wood. All of this could be managed from inside the enormous factories which controlled all aspects of production. From enormous saws to cut down and process entire forests, to hammers to make thousands of nails an hour. These factories condensed the master-apprentice relationship down to nothing. All of it could be done with machines. All of it was done with machines. No longer were things done by hand, carefully ensuring that everything was close to the same as possible. Now things were made to the exact same specifications by a machine, controlling what went in, controlled what went out. From hand production of 20,000 tiles a year to millions, the Industrial Revolution created an exponential growth of industry. For this growth to occur, however, there needed to be a correlated growth in the supply of materials. These materials came from the factories, producing enough materials to build ships and rail, which were then turned and sent to the mines and forests to harvest more materials to be sent back to the factories. A relationship that allowed production of industry to increase even further, fueling itself. Of course, nothing could be produced if there was nobody to buy it. These factories produced materials which were bought and used by regular city dwellers, using the money they earned working in these factories. Sent overseas, the products were bought by nobility in entire countries, fueling their own industrial expansion, growing the customer base even further. By creating its own markets, the Industrial Revolution ensured that it would be sustainable no matter what happened. With regular people buying and demanding products, industry turned to produce materials for them as well. From the logs and iron required by the king for defense and war, to spoons and forks for the everyday civilian to eat with, white cloth for clothes and more. The Industrial Revolution allowed for industry to exist in the first place and changed the world as a result. Without it, there wouldn't be factories, and without factories, there would be nothing of the civilization that we are used to.